For that statement, I don't believe he should have been fired for that statement. Because I don't see the rest connotations from that. I mean, if you would say to me Monday, I'm like, huh? Just so I don't look at it that way. I think you asked 50 people, 50 black people. 48 wouldn't even know what you're talking about. Because we never, well, not that I know of, I've heard of that connotation before.
It's slang.
But if it's meant as a slur, what do you think about that?
It's slang. You know, like the Italians say mouillon.
Listen.
That's an eggplant, but it's a...
we go to Red Sox games, watch our players or whatever. They play good or play bad. We'll yell something at certain players because say somebody error or something. We'll say ass or whatever, which is so to me it's like I don't understand why he was fired over that word. Okay, but see as you tell me about his history, I can more or less understand it now. He has a history of maybe shooting his mouth off or whatever like that. But at the time, but I know the person or whatever, I couldn't take that as a bad comment. But he's a history of bad comments, and maybe that's part of why he got fired.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Okay. So it's really the pattern. One's not enough, but if he's got a pattern.
Yeah. Because we all say things to each other sometimes that we don't mean. But we say them out of frustration or angry or whatever. I think it's true. So, if he has a history of that, yes, I agree with what happened. You just have a history of that. Because you see, most of the cops I know are pretty decent guys.
Yeah.
All right, so that's all I got to say about it.
Okay. Thanks, man.
How many people you got to wonder in all this time has he pulled over just as a racial profile? People he's letting go because maybe they're white or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, I go to a Spanish church that's filled with black people and Spanish people. I'm the only white member. I don't even speak Spanish and they translate for me. You know what I'm saying? So I take this personal. The guy that says he's upholding the law in such a rank that he's in is a disgrace. It's a disgrace to uniform, disgrace to that police department. A lot of these officers that are there, like Officer Kennedy, they are honest, hard-working men. You got to sit there and put a person down like that because you're racist, or you think just because you got a badge it makes you, grant extra rights? He's no different than any other person out there.
I was going to force busing.
Where were you living back then?
I was living in Roxbury.
75 in Roxbury?
Yeah, I mean, they used to throw rocks and bust out the windows, and that's all that reminded me of when I heard about it, about the same thing, and all we trying to do is get an education. I mean, people nowadays, all they're trying to do is live, and you still have to go through stuff like that. It's not right. It's just not right. I mean, you never know what that type of, if he says stuff like that to a person that's performing a service, then what is he going to do to a person that he arrests? Absolutely. I mean, because what if he arrests somebody and puts something on him? You know what I mean? Just like the mayor
put something on him. What do you mean like that?
I mean, he could put drugs on him. He could, you never know. I mean, his credibility was shot when he came out his mouth like that.
Yeah.
When he took that oath, he swore to serve and protect. And he's not protecting people by using foul language like that.
I mean, I'm not a racist, at all. But I believe that the media, just people in general, have gone too far with people's private lives, and everybody's on trial. You know what I mean? Our private life is no longer our private life when it comes to our jobs. Interviewers can look on Facebook to see what you do, and you know what I mean? Like, that's whatever I do in my private life. I mean, if it doesn't reflect on how well I do my job, then he did an oath to become a policeman, correct? To protect and to serve. I mean, we could throw that argument at all police officers, wonder if they're all racist. You know what I mean? I mean, just honestly, there's not many people on this earth that don't have certain prejudices against certain people, or are not discriminatory in any sort of way. You know what I mean?
Sure, if you're being honest with yourself, sure.
Exactly. I mean, this is not necessarily a racial issue, but whether, we all discriminate against some classes of people, some races, some nationalities. We have, our own prejudices.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, Would I want to have a beer with this guy? Would I want to hang out with this guy? The language that he uses, I don't know about that. But do I think that he should have gotten fired from his job? Certainly no. I don't think so.